Welcome to the Jaron Jarvis channel. I am Jaron Jarvis. Today, I would like to introduce to you, a 9-year-old ruined my life. I have been a babysitter for 3 years now. I think I'm really good at it, and get paid very well. Every once in a while I'd get kids that were difficult to deal with, or those that were weird, but usually it wasn't that hard. Since my boyfriend usually works all day, most days I can just babysit in our house, that is if the parents want or allow me to. Yes, I'm a guy and I babysit, but what can I say? I enjoy the easy money and taking care of children. One day I got an email from a man, who wanted me to babysit his 9-year-old son. In the email he gave a quick introduction, important details about his son, and a picture. My boyfriend brought it to my attention that the boy kind of looked like me at his age, and he was right. It was very unsettling to see that the boy did in fact look like me. Too much like me. I tried not to let it bother me too much, it was just a very strange coincidence, right? In the email, the man said he would pay me $5,000 if I watched his son for the week while he went on vacation. I was very excited, but knew there would be a catch. The catch was I had to watch him at our house, because his was being renovated. I thought that was a lame excuse, but seeing as $5,000 was almost double what I would make in a month, it would be stupid to pass up. I agreed to watch him, and the man said he would drop him off the next day. I realized after our conversation he never told me what his son's name was, and when I tried to message him I got no reply, so I dropped it and decided to wait for tomorrow. The next day my boyfriend got up very early and left to work, so I just laid in bed to rest until the kid came over. Not more than 5 minutes after his leaving I hear a soft knock on the door. I get up, put on my robe and go answer it, to find that it's the kid I'm supposed to babysit. Looking through the peephole I don't see a man standing there with him, but I do see a van at the edge of the block pointed in my direction, which was strange. I opened the door and was in shock to see that the boy looked exactly like me, same hair, eyes, nose, birthmarks. He was like my mini doppelganger. "How you doing, kiddo?" I said to him, rubbing sleep from my eyes. "My name is James. What's your name?" For a moment he didn't reply, he just stared at me. His sunken eyes staring deep into my soul, reading and analyzing me. It made the hairs on my arms stand up, honestly. "James," he finally said in a monotone voice. As soon as he said this, the van at the corner slowly drove off and left the street. "Let's get you inside," I said, urging him to walk in. He took another moment to look at me, then to the van, then walked in. "You can set your backpack over there, I'll make us breakfast." "I'm not hungry," he said, making no move to take off his backpack. "Thirsty?" "No, well, there's a TV if you want to watch cartoons." I pointed towards the TV and went to the kitchen to make breakfast. I knew he'd probably want some later, so I started making him some anyways. When I peeked around the kitchen corner, the TV was on, but he wasn't watching it. He was walking around the living room, analyzing the photos and decorations. He sure wasn't acting like a normal child. Maybe this wouldn't be an easy 5,000, I thought. Only 2 days in, and problems began to pop up. The vibe changed ever since James came. I was arguing with my boyfriend, my friends didn't want me around, even my mother would turn me away when I'd try to call her. After dealing with this a while, I decided to go by her house unannounced. She looked at me like I just killed our family dog, and spoke coldly to me. She loved talking with James, however. Since he was very smart for his age, they had a lot to talk about, and I just had to watch in silence. If I tried to add something to the conversation, they'd both give me this evil glare, and after a while I just gave up. While it may seem cool to have all your babysitting duties taken by your mother, seeing her treat a strange child as family while she treats you like a stranger truly saddened me. James seemed to bask in this, as every time she'd turn around, he'd look me dead in my eyes and smirk. 3 days into babysitting I decided it best not to go over her house until I was done watching James. He didn't seem to mind, because at my place it was the same situation with my boyfriend. They'd whisper to each other and look at me as I'd make food, or clean, or just walk in the room to check on them. After a while me and my significant other didn't even argue, now there was just silence. I began crying myself to sleep, as this was so strange to me. Just last week I was living the perfect life, and now, with James in the picture, it all seemed to change. One day, while me and James were alone, I sat him down at the table and tried to talk to him. "What is your problem with me?" I asked. "Nothing," he's replied with a smile. It was very sinister, and only added to what he said next. "Why would I have a problem with myself? What? I am you. And you are me. We are both James." I looked at him in shock and confusion, wanting to brush it off as the imagination of a child. Before I could shut him down, however, he brought a nail up to his cheek, and slowly cut the skin horizontally, drawing blood. He didn't wince, didn't make a sound, he was silent. "What are you doing?" I yelled, getting up to get tissue from the bathroom. When I got there I started to feel a burning on my left cheek, right under my eye. When I looked at the mirror, I saw that I too was bleeding. I almost fainted. What did I do to deserve this? Who and what is this kid that I agreed to babysit? There were so many questions, and I had no answers. Add to that how no one wanted anything to do with me. I was helpless. "Why are you doing this?" I asked James, who hadn't gotten up from the seat he was sitting on. "What do you have to gain?" He looked at me for a second, his eyes staring deep into mine. "I don't know," he said, shrugging. "I just have the urge to ruin your life." "But why?" I protested, close to tears. "Why me? Because I know you the best, silly." That's when he winked, then got up and walked to the living room to watch TV. He kept his word. For 6 days he tormented me, turning my friends and family against me, somehow got my boyfriend of a year convinced I was cheating on him, and contacted babysitting clients that I relied on to make a living, so I can't get any more jobs. After trying desperately to contact the man who dropped him off, I get nothing but silence. I guess it all led up to this moment. My life being ruined by myself. It's pretty ironic when you think about it. I'm in the bathroom now with a gun, about to blow my own brains out. Maybe I should kill James. I'll be dead either way, but at least I'll get the satisfaction of killing the son of a bitch that ruined my life. I'll take my chances. Let's see what happens when I kill off my past.